Welcome back to Giddy Up on this Friday morning. Dean Evans from Winning Edge Investments is with us. The Coolmore Classic is the Group 1 to kick off the Golden Slipper Carnival at Rosehill tomorrow afternoon in Sydney. And Dean, let's have a look at this market thanks to Bet365. And it's a fascinating market as well. There's been a few that have been supported over the last 24 hours, especially after the final fields were announced. And there's been a few scratchings, important scratchings as well for the Coolmore Classic. We have Hinged at $7.50, McDonald Rides for Waller, and Avisto at $5.50, Hope in Your Heart $7.50, Mustang Valley the Kiwi at $19, Mirror Vision at $26, Purple Pay at $29, Expat at $17, Ruthless Dame at $7.50, She's a Belter at $13, Larkspur Run at $40-1, Yearning at $10, Espiona at $9, Times Square $50-1, More Profits at $81, Tourgine at $19, and Pride of Jenny is at $29. Ex-Elite has been scratched, staying in Melbourne, that mare for Lindsay Park. So what do you make of this year's Coolmore Classic, Dean?
Look, this is a really interesting race when you sort of do the profiling. 10 of the last 11 winners have been second up or third up. Second up has won 5 of the last 6 years. The 3-year-olds haven't won from 32 starters in the last 11 years. There's a couple of handy 3-year-olds here, Ruthless Dame and She's a Belter. There's been a fair few close placings, but they haven't managed to break through. The 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds have won 9 of 11, so it's actually the older mares that really dominate in this race. From a betting perspective, Gareth, 10 of the 11 winners have an NSP of $8 plus. 4 of them have been between sort of $21 to $26. Only one winner has had an SP of under $8. And that was the winner last year, Lighthouse. 10 of the 11 winners have drawn between barriers 1 and 9. So, we know Rosehill can very much play sort of fence bias, and you see that coming out in the results. Weights, fair spread from 53 to 57 kg, all the winners coming from there. Handicap ratings, 10 of the 11, 100 plus. All 11 winners have been in the top 7, the official handicap rating. And all of them have come off a Sydney run last start with 10 of those at sort of Group 2, Group 3 levels. So some pretty clear sort of factors there. You want a second or third up horse. You want them off sort of a 14 to 21 day break. 7 of the last 8 winners have had an SP of $14 plus. And inside barriers and top sort of handicap ratings of the Sydney run are all essential factors for this race. Should be a pretty strong tempo here. Expat and Anavisto up front. And sort of Mirror Vision, Pride of Jenny, Hinged, Tourgine, Larkspur Run, and Ruthless Dame, they're probably the ones that are going to be forward of midfield. Really tricky race here. The one that sort of ticks the most boxes is Hope in Your Heart, around sort of $7.50 at the moment. Just a very consistent mare, 3 group wins and a really good 4th in the Golden Eagle, just the last sort of 6 starts. Her win first up in the Group 2, Guy Walter, was really impressive. She sort of held up for a fair bit, sort of got shuffled back and still managed to burst through and win that pretty comfortably. And Kerry Parker, we know, can really handle a good horse. Did an amazing job with Think It Over. And Hope in Your Heart is just sort of the one that is drawn well, maps nicely sort of around midfield. And I think, she's really the one to beat. Tricky race outside of that is, from that sort of historical profile and type perspective, the ones that tick the box are horses actually like Expat, who ran 5th in the race last year off a Millie Fox win, and she ran 2nd in the Millie Fox first up 3 weeks ago. She's just an on-pacer who draws well and ticks all the boxes in terms of her class and handicap rating, all those other factors. Mirror Vision ran 2nd in this race last year, 2 plain runs, is going much better now. Even though she was a bit plain first up, but she sort of can do that. Again, an inside draw who maps really nicely. So even though Expat and Mirror Vision, to me, to be honest, Gareth, are more sort of Group 2 horses, they just profile really nicely in this particular race. Hinged has J-Mac on it, Group 1 winner with about 5 other Group 1 placings. There's a good second first up in the Apollo to Animo and 6th in the Chipping Norton, where she was a little bit plain, but she ran 3rd in this race. Some chance they've drawn a bit wide. The others, Yearning is a Group 1 Thousand Guineas winner, a 3-year-old. She was really good first up in the Guy Walter. She flew home for 5th. She was held up most of the straight, was held up late. Probably should have run 2nd with luck. Zach Lloyd's absolutely flying at the moment, and she's one sort of down at the weights that could run a decent race. And they're probably sort of the best value, but I think Hope in Your Heart is probably the one I'm wanting to back.
Love it, Dino. We had Michael Hawkes on the show yesterday. Geez, he was bullish about Yearning's chances each way, and I agree with you and Michael. I think she's a terrific bet. And Peter Snowden was bullish about She's a Belter, but also gave a good push for Mirror Vision, saying that she hasn't had much luck, especially last start. So it will be a fascinating race. The Coolmore Classic, Hope in Your Heart, $7.50 with Bet365, Expat 17, Mirror Vision 26, Hinge at $7.50, and you can get $10 still for Yearning. What about your best in Sydney?
There's in the Group 2 Pago for the 2-year-olds. Had good success with Cylinder last week, and I think there's a colt here introducing who really impressed me at a trial on February 6th. Just won a 740-metre trial there, ran plus 2.2, was the quickest of the 5 trials there, and beat Platinum Jubilee. He's obviously a very talented filly black type 2-year-old, and beat her pretty comfortably, sat outside her and sort of just ran straight past her. And was good first up. Was a bit slow away at Warwick Farms and a maiden, but really toughs it out strongly, sort of like the sectionals that he closed with. And I think that he's a handy colt. He's obviously got a bit of competition here. Mahaba won the Talon Dirt, so I think he's absolutely the key danger. And Shinzo's a handy colt as well for Chris Waller. But I think that introducing is, got that gay polish. I think he's going to improve a lot of his first up maiden win, considering that was just coming off one 740-metre trial. And I think, he's one that could, could really improve here, put them away and sneak into the slipper.
So introducing 360 for Brett Preble, Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. Loving your work, Dino. Winning Edge Investments. Just head to the website, go to the membership page, you type in SEN and you get a 50%, listen to this, 50% discount for the rest of your life. And you're just been tipping winners for fun. So you're backing a winner already, Dino.
Yeah, look, great opportunity for your SEN listeners. And hopefully we can nail a couple more tomorrow and have another fill-up.
Great stuff, Dino. Good luck over the weekend. Catch up with you next week.
Cheers, Gareth. Thanks, mate.
There's Dean Evans from Winning Edge Investments. We'll take a quick break. On the other side of it, Nick Ashman will join me.